Welcome to Nene Park, a large parkland to the west of Peterborough and the region's favourite place to enjoy outdoor nature. Nene Park is split up into 6 different areas. All include a variety of meadows, woodlands, parklands and even some lakes. Have you guys seen the size of those swans? Big Motoring World has a huge presence in Peterborough, so we wanted to see what else we could do to commit to the community. We had a chat with Nene Park, and that's when we discovered that they created this fantastic new car park, including the installation of these brilliant EV bays. So we had a further chat and to see what else we could do to aid the project. Let's get you some juice. Lucy, we're here at Poppy Meadow. I'm super overdressed to be stood here right now, but it's absolutely fine. So yeah, talk to us then. So we've got the brand new car park over there, and that's been open for about 1.5 years. Just tell us a bit about the process then, and sort of what is Poppy Meadow and how has it got here?
Yeah, so like you say, brand new car park over here. When we created this car park, we obviously had to dig a lot of the earth out to make it. A lot of earth.
I can imagine.
And it all got put onto Poppy Meadow, the most convenient spot for it to go, and really made this giant mound of earth.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing. And then we were left in the situation of what do we do with this? After a bit of thought, the team decided that we could make new reed beds in Gunwade Lake just over here, which has been a fantastic project that we've had funded and a real contribution to the habitat in the water, which is amazing. But then we were obviously left with this meadow that had earth on it for months and months. It wasn't in the best condition. So we decided it would be great to turn it into a wildflower meadow.
That's excellent.
Which is an amazing habitat to create, but also really beautiful to the public.
Yeah, well, it's good because we've got the new road coming in here for the new car park, and then that side as well behind we've got the footpath as well, so the members of the public are going to have both perspectives from either side. So it's a really nice eye-catching area, and it's quite nice for me because I'm from Peterborough myself. I grew up Peterborough. Being here is quite nostalgic at Nene Park as well. I have a lot of memories here, so it's really nice to see that there's so much of this land that's continuing to grow for the community, but still being really in touch with nature. So it's really great to see. What other areas have we got going on here then as well then?
Yeah, so we've got this whole of this Poppy Meadow here. Like I say, it was just all sort of unused earth. Yeah. We had our team of volunteers come and sow all the wildflower seeds on the ground. So there's quite a lot of space you've got to fill. It was quite a task.
Yeah.
But that was only about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and already we can see these tiny little shoots popping up of the wildflowers, which is really, and it's a real mix.
So it's just going to naturally grow through?
Yeah, it'll naturally grow through. Obviously, the park management team will keep an eye on it and do what they need to do to help it grow if it needs some water or whatever. But it's all coming up really well. We're really excited.
Excellent. No, it's really exciting. And what's going on in this area over here then? What's going on here?
Yeah, so when this project sort of came about and we had a discussion with Big Motoring World, and Big Motoring World very excitingly said that they would fund it. So we're very thankful.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Really great for us because what it meant is we were then also able to build bee and butterfly banks on the same site, which is fantastic because they're going to be able to benefit from the wildflower. They're right here, and it's just going to help. It's this nice sort of circular environment.
A combination of all. You've got the reeds areas, you've got this lovely wildflower meadow, the butterflies and the bees over there. I think it is certainly a perfect entrance, I think, for people for coming and even going as well, on foot and in car. So it's really lovely.
It is amazing. It's going to be such a wonderful addition to the park, and we're so grateful for the support so that this can happen.
No, I'm glad we've had a positive impact.
Thank you.
So James, I've just had a chat with Lucy where she's spoken about Poppy Meadows, and she started to drip feed in a little bit about this butterfly and bee bank that you've created. Could you just elaborate a little bit more about its impact, what it's going to do for the environment and why we've done it basically?
Yeah, so everyone knows about bees living in hives in their thousands, but they don't tend to know about all the species that are solitary. So this becomes a nesting site for them, as well as the butterfly species that we have on the park. and each one has its own requirements. So we've given a head start to some of them by drilling some holes into the walls that we've created there. Different depths of limestone, different depths of sand. They can sort of pick and choose what they want. And all of this soil that's been used to create the bank is left over from the car park, so we've reused it as well. And then sort of going full circle, once the meadow's established, they've got their food on the doorstep. So it all ties in. It's a bit of a wonderland for insects, butterflies, bees. And
that's really great. And like you said about the new car park, how the earth's been reused to create this new meadow, and you've reused it as well to create this butterfly and bee bank. It's really great that you've used this cycle of reusing everything, so nothing's gone to waste, and it's all for the benefit of nature.
Exactly.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, James. Okay, Lucy. So we're here in Nene Park. Nene Park, it's a community staple, and it has lots to offer for the local community and the broader community as well. Could you just tell us a bit more about what facilities it has to offer?
Yes, there's lots to offer. So we're currently walking over our new willow
It's
bridge.
lovely. It's great,
really
isn't it?
Beautiful. Crossing over Overton Lake, which goes into Gunwade Lake, and we also have Lynch Lake, so 3 different lakes.
Brilliant.
You can do lots of different water sports on them. We also have forest school sites as well, so if school groups coming and visiting. Got 3 play areas, you can camp here, there's art collections, as well as all the environmental work we do as well. So yeah, a lot going on.
Really good. And like we said, it's so nice to have such a staple in the community and be able to offer such a broad spectrum of activities to offer for everyone.
Absolutely, and well looked after and managed land.
Oh,
you know.
100%.
And as a charity, we don't just look after Ferry Meadows, we have all of our rural estate as well, and other parkland going into the city as well.
That's really great. So Chris, we're in this beautiful location now, and it's got this stunning view. Tell us a bit about what this part of Nene Park is then, and what could we see here?
What we're doing at the moment, we're standing on this viewing platform which we built to overlook this big grass meadow. It's a huge big area. It's about 20 odd hectares in size. But it's what we've done on here. This is part of the floodplain meadows, a series of floodplain meadows we've got throughout the whole park, because the park's secondary function is not just to provide leisure and recreation for people. It's actually also here to store floodwater. And as you know, this winter we've had a lot of floodwater. So this meadow is completely inundated with water in the winter. So it stores the water here rather than letting it downstream and flooding the city. You know, places like that. So, but it's also really good for conservation. So what we've done here is we've sort of restored the grassland. We've had a very special machine in that the RSPB hire out, which creates very shallow ditches. And we had the machine working on here for 2 weeks, digging a whole network of very shallow ditches. You can just about see one in front of us down this channel. It's all getting very overgrown now. And the reason for that is we need the cattle on here, which will be on here any day now, grazing or back again. So we don't have to mow it. So the cattle are doing all the work for us. They're also creating this marvellous habitat for birds, which later on in the winter will be covered in ducks, hundreds of ducks on here. There's a duck called a widgeon that will come all the way over from Siberia, and they'll spend 200 or 300 will spend the winter on here, eating the grass and having great fun. But we're looking across the very sort of flat landscape of floodplain, and then suddenly you get the river the other side we can't quite see, and then the steep climb up into Bluebell Wood. So you know, it's all part of the nature trail around the park. We've also created a footpath that goes all the way along the riverbank. And before it was inaccessible to people, because there's some very wet ditches in the way, so we've actually dammed these ditches or put a culvert in, and it allows people to walk over the top, so they can have a really pleasant riverside walk. And it's now used by hundreds of people rather than just the odd dog walk with wellies.
It's all accessible. It's a beautiful location. It's funny you say that, Bluebell Woods. We've actually got a dealership called Bluebell Hill. So that's a nice little connection for us.
Very good synergy there, yes.
But it is, I mean, it's a beautiful spot, even just to stand here and have a conversation as we're having now. It's really great.
You can also see there's a whole series of other illustrations here of some of the just a selection of the wildlife you can see. So, you know, it's a very rich site, really. that's just a snippet of what we've got in the park. So there's a lot more involved than that, but it's a really dynamic place, and there's a lot happening all the time. So I think if you stood here with a pair of binoculars for an hour, you'd see a good variety of birds and butterflies and all sorts of things. Yeah. So enjoy your visit. Enjoy your walk.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that tour around Nene Park, and it's been a pleasure working with the Nene Park Trust on the Poppy Meadow project. Hopefully this has inspired you to get out into the local community and visit what we have on Peterborough's doorstep. We are big on community, and we're big on what matters to you.